Hi, I'm Vanessa Souza. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fitted sheet. Come with me. Here, I want to show you how to do the calculation so you know the exact size of fabric to cut to make your fitted sheet. I'm going to use a standard single mattress as an example here, okay? Which is usually 1.88 by 88 centimeters and 15 centimeters high. That's the standard size we usually find, but there are mattresses that are wider, taller, 20 centimeters, even up to 25 centimeters. So once you know how to do this calculation, you'll measure according to your own mattress, okay? So starting from this standard measurement, we round it up to 1.90 by 90 and considering 15 centimeters in height. To do the calculation and know how much fabric you'll need, you'll measure, you'll add 190 here for the length, plus 15 on each side, which will give you 30 centimeters. And then I always add 10 centimeters extra on each side, which is the allowance that will tuck under the mattress so the sheet doesn't come off. So 10 on each side, I add another 20 centimeters here. So here that gives a total of 2.40 meters in length. And we do the same calculation here for the width. 90 plus 30 plus 20, which will ultimately be a total of 1.40 meters in length. So your fabric cut, it will need to be 2.40 meters by 1.40 meters, okay? And then another calculation we need to do after you have your fabric cut at 2.40 by 1.40 meters. We need to figure out how much we'll need to cut for the little squares, which I'll show you later. How do we do that? But the size of these little squares also varies depending on the size of your mattress. So you're going to add this measurement here to the 10 centimeters we left for the inside, right? That extra we left over. So our little square for this fitted sheet will be 25 by 25 centimeters, considering a bed, a single mattress within these measurements. Now with my fabric cut exactly to size, I took it and folded it in half. And then I folded it again so that, look, all four corners are together here. Well, so here it's important to line up all four corners really well so they're nice and even and perfectly aligned. You can smooth it out with your hand like this. And then you bring them all together. And now we are going to carefully pin them securely so that they do not move out of their designated place. Here, just a reminder that I'm making a sheet for a single bed. So we're going to pin it here to cut out our 25 by 25 centimeters square, which is the measurement we calculated, right? Now we mark it. Let me grab a tape measure. We mark 25 centimeters. This is how I do it, guys. I just run my hand over it. I take a measuring tape, find the end at 25 and make a mark. I'm going to do the same down here too. And then I go in the other direction and find the 25 centimeters at the top as well. And I draw a line. Here, if you have a piece of poster board, a sheet of paper, regular printer paper, you can make a square, cut it out, and then just place the square here and trace around it. I'm doing it this way here to show you guys. Okay, once that's done, we take the scissors and we're going to cut through all four layers of fabric here. All four layers are fabric together. There, it looks like this. We won't be using this part. So now we take our fabric and now one piece at a time, right? One layer at a time. You're going to put right sides together and you're going to lay it like this right on top. line it up right here with your finger, and then we can pin it in place. And we're going to repeat this process on all 4 sides. Now in all 4 corners, place it like this. So once more, let's go now right sides together, please. Take the very edge here. First, carefully line up the precise edge, then the corner, and we securely pin it into place. Just like this. There, 2 are done, now 2 are left. We do exactly the same thing. And now we're going to the sewing machine to sew here, look, a seam on all 4 corners. And here at the machine, I position it like this. And I start with a back stitch at the beginning and at the end as well. And here it's a presser foot's width from the edge. Be careful with your pin, keep removing it so you don't risk sewing over it. Then you continue and make this seam on the 4 corners that we folded. Back stitch at the beginning and at the end. After we've sewn all 4 corners, we need to finish this part here so the fabric doesn't fray. I have an overlock machine, so I'm going to use it here to finish the edge. But if you don't have one, you can just use a zigzag stitch, or if your machine has an overlock stitch, that works too. Look, this is how the finished edge looks. Now it's time for us to add the elastic. I have this one here, which is 1 centimeter wide, and I really like it. So we're going to take the fabric with the right side facing down. Then we're going to position our elastic, leaving a border of about a finger's width, about 1 centimeter more or less. It's important to leave this little edge. Then we position it and lift the presser foot of the machine. Start with a back stitch to secure it well. Then, with the thread underneath, you stretch your elastic. Next, you continue sewing on top of the stretched elastic. It will gather up behind, see? So you do this, stretch the fabric, stretch the elastic, pull it tight, and keep sewing. And here, it's important to look for and buy a good quality elastic so it can gather well. There are some types of elastic available on the market. When we pull them together, actually they don't bunch up that much. They'll end up making your sheet a little loose. So look for a quality elastic so it will work well, nice and gathered. Then you just keep doing this movement along the entire length of your sheet. And here I want to show you, look, my elastic ran out and I'm not done yet. There's still quite a bit left. So what do? I pull it until it really runs out completely, leave the needle down, grab another piece of elastic and lift the presser foot. Then I join the new piece, start again with a back stitch and keep pulling and sewing. And when you get to the end, look, I've already found the beginning of my elastic here. We do the same thing. We carefully pull the elastic until you meet it, then do a good strong back stitch, and finally precisely cut off the excess elastic material. It will look like this, all gathered and really pretty. And now we need to make a fold here. I'll show you how. Fold this excess that we left. First, you will carefully fold it inward, then fold it once again, and after that, you precisely place it and securely sew it right here on the very edge of the fabric, stitch style. Carefully position your sewing needle, and then as you gently pull, look closely, I will clearly show you. You need to carefully stretch the elastic material, then firmly pull the elastic, and then you precisely fold this small little edge. Fold it inward and fold it again. And then you keep sewing. The stitching needs to be right on the edge to prevent this little edge from fraying or coming loose. So you pull, fold it inward and fold it again. And you'll do this movement all the way around the elastic. And this is the result right here. Look, see, it gets all nicely gathered. Our corner, which is that little square we made, look, it turns out really perfect. On the inside, I used an overlock stitch, but you need to finish it off. You can use a zigzag stitch. And here's our elastic right here. Perfect, the seam is hidden and the finish is very nice. I hope you liked it and that you try making it at home. I'll leave in the video description the measurements for all standard mattress sizes. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe because every week there are new videos with cool projects, useful and easy to make. I'll see you in the next video. Kisses.